All right, so the Zoom link is getting it's pulling up right now. I got 3 minutes before we get started. I think I need to pull up a couple of more things as well. So y'all bear with me. All right, so the YouTube link is up. Welcome everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We got about give or take 2 to 5 minutes before we actually get into it. I'm trying to get some other things pulled up. So these are the resource materials for everybody that joins or who is watching from the YouTube channel. The Zoom link is posted up above in the Clubhouse room, so feel free to join the Zoom link. Make sure you have a pen and paper. You will be asked to participate. If you are not going to participate, I will have to ask you to just move to the audience, all right? This call is for those who want to get better at trading, not for those who don't really need the help, all right? So these calls are interactive. This kind of lets me know what you're struggling with, what you need help focusing on as well. So let me copy this link and paste it real quick. So this web. Go ahead. Is that a Zoom link live? Yes, this is live right now.
Perfect. Can I help us here and jump on that?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right, so I just pulled up a resource as well. This is something that has really, truly helped me in my trading to understand what I was looking for, why I was jumping in trades, things of that nature. If you are jumping on Zoom, try to get in on 2 devices if you can, because again, I'm going to be asking people to kind of do screen shares as well. So you guys can watch me do my charting, and then we'll have a segment to where you guys will share your screens, do your charting, and then we'll kind of go from there. So if you can, try to hop in on either a laptop or a tablet. That way you can share your screen. The audio is going to be via Clubhouse. And we got audio and video on here. So I'm waiting on 2 more people to jump in, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so I'll start us off with what is market structure? What is market structure? I actually found this website a couple of months ago, just doing some research, and how can I help people to really understand what market structure is? So it's a really dope website, super simple, super effective. I love how the explanation was easy to follow. All right, so by a show of hands, if you're on Zoom, you could just raise your hand. If you're on Clubhouse, If you could just type in the chat box, how many people know what market structure is? The number 1 is going to be yes. The number 2 is going to be no. All right, the number 1 is going to be yes, I know what market structure is. Number 2 is going to be no, I have no clue. All right, so Rekha, she knows what it is. Tay, do you know what market structure is? Well, if the answer is no, right? If the answer is no, here's a quick little video that you can watch. But today we're actually going to be going over it, okay? So by definition, what is market structure? Basically, it's the framework or structure that any given market is currently trading in. Now, a lot of people like to say, oh, well, I just trade stocks, I trade options, I trade crypto, I trade forex. Well, guess what? This will apply to any market. All right. This will apply to any market. Okay. So one person said they're not able to get on. Let me send them this link real quick. So give me 1 second, guys. I need to send somebody this YouTube link so they can watch. Stream it live. So share, copy. All right. Yeah, this can be applied to any market. All right, this can be applied to any market. Market structure can help you understand the behavior, condition, and current flow of the market. It highlights support and resistance. Super basic, right? Support and resistance levels, swing highs, swing lows. Now, what are the 3 directions of the market? Okay, bullish or uptrend, bearish or downtrend, consolidation, basically prices moving sideways, okay? Now, if I'm looking for a bullish market, this is what I'm typically looking for, a series of higher highs and higher lows. Now, how do I know what my starting point is? Well, my starting point has to be a low, okay? I like to see either a low or a previous higher low looking left, looking in the past, all right? So once I have that starting point, now I got to see the market push to either a high or a higher high. When the market does that, I need to see a pullback happen, okay? Because remember the statement, what goes up must come down, what goes down must come up. So once I see that aspect of the market showing itself, right, and price stops and creates a higher low, my attention is now going to be at that high, okay, that was created. If the market breaks the high or the higher high, I now have to wait for the market to close above and create that higher high. Then I wait for a pullback to happen. So I want to see previous resistance turn to new support. So when I see this, I am able to make a decision to say, hey, we are now in a bullish market. I can look for buys. Don't believe me? Let's put it to the test. Okay, let's put it to the test really quick. So we're going to leave this screen and we're going to go to my MT4 screen, right? And I'm just going to label my charts, okay? So previously last week, we hit the highs around 172.065. We had a nice little drop, okay, where prices continuing to make lower highs, lower lows. So I'm going to put it on the line chart, right? This is my highest peak, okay? Just looking right here. Price drops, it creates a low, but notice what happened when price retested this area. See how the market went right back up, but it only went up so far, right? It only went up so far. So where this line is, this is going to be my new lower high. Eventually, we broke the low and we pushed lower. So now I see the series of what? Lower highs, lower lows. Market went down, pulled back, Gave you a nice little retest to continue down. Here's the consolidation or sideways movement, and then the market pushed down, right? So now that the market has stopped, and the reason why I have this green line, this green shaded area there, is because on the daily, there was a previous lower high that I saw, and I see that price retested it, hence the push up. So I had to go to a bigger time frame for one, was to see the direction that the market is going in. All right, but that's a story for another day. But going back to the hour time frame, this is what I see. I'm like, okay, cool. So on the hour time frame, I'm going to just scroll to where we are now and kind of figure out what direction were we going. Now that I zoom out and look at the bigger picture, I can tell that, hey, I am in a bullish market. So I can look for what? Buys. Okay, you buy in a bullish market, you sell in a bearish market. So I see that, I'm saying to myself, okay, this is my new higher low area because it's higher than the previous lows down here. All right, this was NFP, which was last week, juicy week in the market. Caught some of those pips to the upside and caught some right back down to the downside, okay? So these lower highs in this dark orange area, I went ahead and just said, okay, put my label on the chart, lower high area. All right. We had a nice strong break of that area as well. But let's see if we can find another high. I'm not going to necessarily say a lower high. I'm just going to say another high. All right. So I'm going to move this zone to right here. So as the market decides to say, hey, it's time to go up, right? It pushes up, pulls back a little bit, creates a higher low point because this low or this data point where the X is higher than the check mark. Okay, it's higher than the check mark. So it pushes back up, pulls back a little bit, pushes back up, pulls back a little bit. Let's look at it with the candles. Now I can see that price pushed up higher, closed above. The market reacts off of this lower high zone, hence this little sell candle, right? For that hour, this candle opens, tries to push down, but it fails to push further down, and then it starts to go up. Now, I don't need an indicator to tell what direction that the market goes. But if I want to be sure, just for the heck of it, let's add an indicator. Add the 50 moving average. What direction is the 50 moving average? It's going up. Candles have already crossed the moving average to the upside. Okay. So I waited for the break of this and said, okay, cool. Now I'm going to look at this area as my next area of interest. Okay. This is my next area of interest right here. So the lower high zone, I want to see if the market is going to give me this scenario that I'm drawing on my screen. Good morning, Jess. This is the scenario that I'm going to look for on my screen. Boom. Boom. Question, did I get the scenario up here? Record, what you think? You can unmute. Yeah. And for those that are just joining the room on Clubhouse, feel free to join the Zoom. I am going to post the YouTube link as well in the chat. So, Rekha, what do you think? Do you think I got that scenario that I just drew out right here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I played out exactly to your drawing.
So listen, it's right there. I take my buys. A lot of people like to say, well, okay, Michael, what's the entry? The answer is right in front of you. The answer is right in front of you. Find your resistance areas and wait for the market to do what? Break and close above and wait for the retest. This is why having rules is important, okay? This is why having rules is important. If you don't have rules, you're only hurting yourself. So I took my trade last night. I went into profit, went into some drawdown, right? And I said, okay, I'm going to wait for price. My stop loss was down here. I'm gonna wait for price to kind of play around. So if I would have zoomed in a little bit on the hour chart, I could have had another entry area, which was right where my stops are right now. So if you put it on the line chart, and if you don't know, here's the difference between the two. The candlestick charts shows you where price is going to come back to, hence the wicks, okay? The line chart shows you the close of price. Personally, for me, I only care about the close of price. I could care less where price opens. I only care about where the close of price is. Not only that, when I used the line chart, how I was taught was if you can spot certain letters of the alphabets, it'll help you spot structure a lot quicker than most people are able to spot it. So what can you see? What letter can you see here? Somebody put it in the chat for me. What letter can you see? What letter can you see? Well, if you said I can see the letter W, guess what? You are correct. Reggie, you said you saw an M. Where did you see an M at?
Sorry, I meant to type W.
Okay, no problem. Let me switch my audio real quick to my computer. Let me see if everybody can hear me better.
All right, everybody on Zoom, can you guys hear me okay?
It was actually better before, Michael.
I hear you.
Okay, it was. All right, let's switch back then.
All right, there we go. Okay, so you see the letter W, right? Well, for the letter W, you know you have a double bottom. That's what the W represents, okay? You have your double bottom. So my area of interest is always going to be right here, because I want to see the market do what? Pull back, retest, and create what type of structure? What type of structure do you think the market is going to create? I'll give you a hint. It starts with the letter H. The second letter is L. Starts with the letter H. The second letter is L. If you need another hint, let's take a
The
look.
higher low?
You said what?
You said higher low?
Yep, the higher low. I'm sorry, that was Tay. The higher low. I don't know why it sounds so low on my phone. Right, the higher low. So can you see that scenario kind of in the picture of the chart?
Yes.
So when I saw that, I kind of said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just stay in these buys. I'm okay with being in drawdown. It's not a lot. I use proper risk management. I'm okay. Well, look, it kind of gave you another what? W right there. Now, is it pretty and perfect? The answer is no. But look at the structure that played out right there. So if you needed to add a trend line, guess what? There it is. Let's see what it looks like with the candle. At the end of the day, market structure is king, okay? Market structure is king. Because I have an understanding of what a bullish market looks like, I'm able to make what type of decisions? Better decisions on what to look for. It's all about knowing where you are in the market so you can make what? Really good decisions when you trade. So that's an example of what? A bullish market. Okay. Now let's go back to that article on structure really quick. I want to make sure we really get this. This is something that I preach to everybody who I have a chance to help. Right. I wanna beat it into your heads to where you know every time when you pull up a chart, what is the trend? Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? Okay, if I'm in an uptrend, I'm looking for what? A series of higher highs and higher lows. If I'm in a downtrend or a bearish market, what am I looking for, Tay? What am I looking for?
A lower high.
And what else?
A break of support.
That's right. That's right. But you're missing one other factor. You said a lower high and what else?
Oh, lower lows.
There you go. I was about to say it's the highlighted word. It's the highlighted word. There you go. Lower highs and lower lows. Now, what do you think your starting point is? What do you think your starting point will be? Would it be a high or would it be a low? What do you think your starting point is? Would it be a high or would it be a low? You got Rekka on, she can help answer the question as well too. So you have a lifeline. What do you think the starting point would be?
It's the high.
The high. So that's what I'm looking at as my high. The market pushes down, it created a low or a lower low. Did the market pull back and create a lower high? The answer is yes.
Yes.
My attention is where? At the low or the lower low. Now, Tay, what do I have to see? The market has to do what?
Break the support.
Break that support and do what?
Retest at the lower high.
Before it retests, it has to close below, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Has to close below and create the new what?
Low.
Yep, the new lower low. Now you let the market pull back and retest and close and create what?
A lower high.
There you go. So now when you see that, you can say, okay, yep, we're in a bearish market. We're in a bearish market. I am not looking for any buys. I am only looking for what? Sales.
Yeah.
I'm only looking for sales. The chart will literally tell you what to do. Okay? The chart will literally tell you what to do. Your job as a trader is to do what? Sit on your hands, read the chart, and act on it. Sit on your hands, read the chart, and then you act on it. All right, so we went over a bullish market, we went over a bearish market. Let's talk about trading consolidation. What are some things that you've heard when it comes to consolidation? What are some things that you have heard trading consolidation? Well, you probably heard, oh, stay away from it. If it's consolidated, it's a lot of indecision, right? You have no trade. Or you could trade consolidation, right? I've heard both. So here's what I do. I set an alert where the equal highs are or the equal lows are. And all I'm going to do is wait for the market to do one or two things. Retest the equal highs or retest the equal lows. Because eventually, price has to do what? Break out in one direction or the other. So one of the educators who I learned from, he told me, hey, if the market breaks out and you miss it, wait. Here's where patience comes into play. Wait for the pullback and retest to confirm what? It's time to go in another direction. So if your rules does not include break, close above or below, retest, that's something to think about. What is your confirmation to jump and enter into a trade? What time frame are you looking at? Are you looking on the lower time frame or are you looking on a higher time frame? Remember, the higher the time frame, the more patient you have to be. So do you know who you are as a trader? There's a lot of components that go into it, right? If you're on the hour chart, are you waiting for every hour candle to close and open and retest? 1 second, y'all. This is the wifey caller. We're going to pause right here for a quick commercial break.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Okay. So what did I leave off? Oh yeah, rules and things of that nature. So yep, you got to have those rules in place. All right. And just having that rule did kind of help. So again, if I'm in a consolidation, if I'm in a ranging market, I have to wait for what? Some type of structure to be shown. Now, granted, yes, I could trade consolidation, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not always in front of my computer, right? I'm not always in front of my phone or my tablet. So I'll set those alerts. I'll go to sleep. I'll let the alerts let me know, hey, Mike, it's time to check. Go about my day. All right. So now that we've gone over those three aspects of the market, let's see what other little things can we do? Can we look at? Here's a good pointer. To confirm a trend, it's important to see candlesticks close above the previous higher high in an uptrend or below the previous lower low in the downtrend. Key component. Now, I do not own the rights to this website, okay? But what they're saying is true, okay? That's why in my rules, I have wait for the close above or below areas of interest. If price retests it a couple of times, my magic number is 2 to 3. I will execute my trades, no questions asked. If I'm unsure, I like to see 3, 4, 5 touches of support or resistance to confirm it. Okay, that's my magic number. You got to figure out what your magic number is. So this shows the continuation of buying as the price increases or the continuation of selling as the price decreases. So very good information. Let's talk about a little bit about support and resistance levels and market structure. As you can see in the picture, would you have been looking for buys or sales based on that picture? What would you have done? Look for buys or sales? And here's how I want you all to answer. Don't worry about being right or wrong. I just want to see what are your thoughts.
I would be looking for a buy because it's
You'll be
broken the
looking-
resistance.
Yep, you'll be looking for buys. What's the reasons why, Rec, if you don't mind me asking?
Because it's broken the resistance and it's about to make a higher high, or what
Okay.
looks like it could be going towards that high.
Okay. Now, where would you have bought at?
At the bottom of that support, or when it broke out of the resistance.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Yep. I like that. I agree with that. All right. Now, would it have been wrong to look for a sale? It depends on how many pips you were going for. But again, you have to think about what the overall trend is. If the overall trend is bullish, how long will those sales last? Now, again, if you got to take profit of 10 pips, 20 pips, like a scalping take profit or a quick little intraday play, that's cool. But the overall trend is what? It's bullish. So if you can spot resistance and support, then you can also spot structure, right? A couple sentences. Why is market structure important in trading? Structure is important for both new and I know they say professional traders. I'm gonna just say experienced traders, since it can influence the liquidity and price action of a market. It's also one of the most commonly used techniques to understand trends, identify potential reversal points, and get a feel of current market conditions, right? Because market structure is a reflection of the two-way auction process and psychological changes of market sentiment, it provides incredible insight into how the market is behaving. It can provide vital clues about where the price action is heading next. So, to sum that up, the market leaves clues. Your job is to be a detective to figure out what those clues are. Now, how long will it take you to figure it out? I don't know because I don't know your learning curve. So spend some time marking up your chart. Hey, I got support here. I have resistance here. Here are my highs. Here are my lows. Label it. So you know every time you approach the market, this is what I'm looking for, right? Bounce between the line chart and the candlestick chart. Give yourself a zone to play off of. If it breaks above this zone, hey, I'm looking for what? Buys. If it comes below this zone, I'm looking for sales. And then, of course, go through how to use market structure, okay? Find videos on structure. That's what helped me, okay? I'm a visual learner. This is how I had to learn. Yes, I can read a book or watch a video, but I had to learn by doing. Structure can change like this. As long as you're trading with it, you'll be just fine. All right, so here's the segment where it's your turn. All right, so we're gonna do some markups together, and we're gonna go kind of ask. I'm gonna be asking you questions. How would you label it? Whether it's support or resistance, or whether it's a high or low, things of that nature. All right, so I need a volunteer who would like to do a screen share for me. And for those that are joining the room via Clubhouse, if you click that link at the top, it'll take you right to the Zoom link as well. So who would like to do a screen share to go through a markup really quick? Who would like to do a screen share? All right, Rekha, you wanna help me out really quick?
I would, but I'm just about to get out the house to drive somewhere, but I'm gonna be listening in.
Okay, I got you. All right, well, let's take a look at a pair. Okay, here's Corey. What's up, Corey? Just says she's at work. Shantae asked the question, said, how many confirmations do you need to feel comfortable taking the trade? Ooh, that is a really good question. Let's make this popcorn style. So I'm gonna let the ladies go first. Record, how would you answer that question? How
I
many
would
confirmations do you need to feel comfortable taking the trade?
at least 2 to 3.
Okay. So Record said 2 to 3. I'm going to say between 2 to 4 for me. Not gonna copy Record, but I'm gonna say 2 to 4 for me. Corey, quick question, bro. How many confirmations do you need to feel comfortable taking a trade? What
Give
would
me
you say?
3. I need 3 solid confirmations, 3 strikes that I'm in.
Okay. Now, here's the second part to that question for Record and Corey. When it comes to those confirmations, are you looking at indicators, or what are some things that you look for when you're entering into trades? Ladies first. Go ahead, Record.
So personally, when it comes to confirmations, I look at my moving averages. I also look at previous highs, previous lows, and also the general trend of the market at the time.
Okay. Okay, nice. I love it. Corey?
And mine's pretty much the same. I'm using structure, higher highs, higher highs, and higher lows, and then using my tools, Fibonacci, and then the moving averages.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna go last. So for me, my confirmations is basically what we just went over, right? I'm just using structure. I'm a naked trader at heart, but if I feel like I'm not seeing something with a naked chart, I'll throw on moving averages, right? Or I'll use the RSI, I'll use the MACD, but I always come back to having a naked chart. So the very first thing that I do is I ask myself 3 solid questions. The first question is, where did we come from? What do I mean by where did we come from? Well, when I look at a chart, I know this is where I am at right now. I have to zoom out and I have to look left to see where we came from. Okay. Number 2, seeing where we came from, what are levels of support and resistance near me right now? So what is the current structure that I'm looking at? Am I looking at bullish? Am I bullish or am I bearish? Third question will be, well, did the market pull back? Fourth question would be, did the market break and retest? If I get yeses to all of my boxes, I'm taking a trade, no questions asked. Oh, last thing, where are we going right now? What's the market flow for me? So if I get yeses to all of my questions, I'm getting ready to pull the trigger. If I get no's to, let's say, 2 out of the 3, I'm probably just going to wait. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, let's say I was right here. Technically, yes, I know I'm in a bullish market, but at this time, what was price doing? Was it buying or selling where this vertical line is? Was it buying or selling? What would you say, Tay?
I don't see a vertical line.
Oh, my bad. It's on the wrong screen. There we go. This vertical line, where this orange box is. Were we buying or selling?
Selling?
Yep, we were selling. So if the overall trend was bullish, you would think I would have to do what? Wait. Wait for what? Price to show it's time to what? Buy. So now that's where going over what we went over, that's when that comes into play. Did you identify previous highs? Did you label it? Did the market break and close above? Yes. Did the market pull back and retest? Yes. Now I'll go from yes, no, no, no to now yes, yes, yes. I can take the trade. I can pull the trigger. But again, you have to know where you are in order for you to know what to do. Because if you don't know where you are, you could be saying, oh, the market is about to sell. Well, you're just looking at it from one time frame perspective. I'm looking at it from a bigger time frame. Because this little drop here is just a pullback. Overall, what direction am I heading? Looking at a bigger picture. Would you say bullish or would you say bearish?
Bullish?
Right. So why would I look for sales? I can only look for sales if I'm at a high. That's the only time I can look for sales. If we get up here and it gives me confirmation to look for sales, then I will sell. But if I don't have any confirmations, I'm not going to go against that because that's my rule. I literally just have to follow my rules when I'm trading. So if I see where I'm going, okay, I'm not going to go against that. I would rather just sit out and wait than go against something like that. The only time I would take a sell in a bullish market is if a level of resistance holds. And what do I mean by a level of resistance holding? This area right here would be the only time I would look to take a sell in a bullish market. Because I know that price has to pull back before coming right back up. Because eventually, this level is not going to hold. It's not. And look at what it did. Price ended up breaking through. So
If you took the sale, where would you have taken it?
To down here. Where would the next support have been? Right down to here. But here's a question. What is your goal when you trade? How many pips do you typically go for? Because if you tell me, oh, I'm only going to scalp 10 pips, guess what? You hit that. If it's 50 pips, you hit that. If it's what? 200 something pips, you hit that. GJ is a pair where if it decides to run, it's going to run. But is it going to run forever? The answer is no. It's not always going to run forever. Because again, the overall trend is bullish. When it's good to catch a sell when price is approaching or hitting a high. But you have to look for what? Proof. You have to have proof. Then you can say, oh, it's time to play ping pong. I can go, boom, buy, boom, time to sell, time to buy, time to sell, time to buy. Time to sell. Okay, you know what? I'm only buying. I can place that stop order, but you got to know where you are. So good question, Tay. Good question. All right, well, it's 7:42. It's 7:42. I think we kind of just discussed a lot of information in a matter of 40-something minutes. So again, market structure, once you learn it, it's very hard to unsee, right? It's very hard to unsee. Always remember where you are in the market. You can make better decisions in your trading. If you're using tools, use market structure as an add-on. It makes it so much easier, right? It makes it so much easier. But you have to have a foundation. So let structure be your foundation. Everything else can be an add-on. And just use it because it's there. All the tools work. Everything works. It's all about timing, understanding, and when you use it. So I'm going to get ready to shut down the YouTube channel. If you like what you saw, like, subscribe, catch us on the next call. I'm going to try to do these calls Mondays or Tuesdays. Just follow the house. You'll see when the next call is. For those that are in the Telegram group, the Wealth Takeover Telegram group, you guys will see when the next group session is. So the next group session, everybody is going to be doing screen shares. I'm not doing it today because of time, but on the next one, you guys are going to be doing some screen sharing and going over your rules, taking some trades. Let's get to it. It's a lot of money to be made in these markets. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. The YouTube link is posted inside the chat on Clubhouse. If you have questions, if you need help, shoot me a message on Clubhouse, Telegram, or Instagram. Everything is in my bio on Clubhouse. I will make a separate how to get in contact with me for those that are on YouTube. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Let's get to the money. By the way, if you have not, please like and subscribe. Look for this picture right here on YouTube. If you search Michael Crawford, you'll see a number of videos already on structure. But look for this picture here. Comment. Let me know what would you like to go over. Wrong picture, but if you see that face, you know it's me. All right. So I will catch you guys later. Y'all have a good day. It's time to go open up this room for the New York session for the Forex Traders Lounge. Peace out. Catch you guys on the next call.
Thank you, Micah.
All right. Have a good one.